The Festival of India is designed to celebrate Indian heritage, but with a very clear focus on how it can help us drive the future. We really want the world to know that the age of Indian ideas is now here. Ideas from our past, ideas from our present, and ideas for our future. India is well on its way to reclaiming its place in the world order. Of course, we have many, many challenges. And it's here that if we actually look towards our heritage and our history, there are solutions to be found. And this is what the Festival of India wants to celebrate.
We have what promises to be yet another amazing session with Ustad Shujaat Khan. A living legend in his own right, a Grammy nominee, the sitar truly does come to life when he plays it. We crowdsourced 10 popular questions about Indian classical music, and Khan Saab is going to answer them all. Ustad Shujaat Khan, please.
One of my greatest beliefs, of course, is that a musician is best tolerated with his instrument. वो सितार बजाते हैं तो सितार सुन लीजिए, आप सरोद बजाते हैं तो सरोद सुन लीजिए, गाना गाते हैं तो गाना सुन लीजिए. उनसे कुछ बातचीत सुनना, it's a difficult thing because we spend so many years and so much time of our lives learning to represent our thoughts and our feelings through our music that we don't work hard enough to be able to articulate how we feel or answers. ये होता है मैं शिमला में इंग्लिश स्कूल में पढ़ा, so people are under the impression तो ये अंग्रेज़ी तो ठीक बोलता होएगा. हिंदुस्तान में रहता हूँ तो लोग सोचते हैं कि चलो अंग्रेज़ी नहीं ठीक बोलता तो हिंदी तो ठीक बोलता होगा ही, और शुजात खान नाम है तो कुछ नहीं तो उर्दू तो बहुत अच्छा बोलता होगा. but मैं क्या बताऊँ, the real truth is that I also find it very difficult to explain myself or my emotions or my thoughts in language because I'm any of these languages, because we speak all over the world often with different people in different languages, वो बड़ा मुश्किल होता है. और we also lose so much in translation. कुछ दिन पहले मैं कबीर की एक रचना बड़ी खूबसूरत, it's a very beautiful line, मन लागो मोरे यार फकीरी में. फकीर एक so I was sitting with students and there were some foreign students, some Indian students, so one of the foreign students asked me, कि तर्ज तो बड़ी खूबसूरत है, but what's the meaning of मन लागो मोरे यार फकीरी में? So I asked one of my Indian students from South India, I said, भाई ज़रा इसको समझा देना. Later on, I realized how it happens, what translation was. Man lago more yaar fakiri mein became, I'm very happy, my friend, in begging. So, the realization here that I'm just going to be very quick, so we all can get home to our. दिल्ली में सब लोग को अच्छा शौक होता है कि भाई आ भी जाएं टाइम पे फिर चले भी जाएं. हम लोग वी आर वेरी पंक्चुअल. So I asked Hindulji, I said, can you do me a favor instead of me just rambling along? It's very easy, we do this very often. कि सब लोग से पूछ लिया जाए कभी इंटरनेट में and सब questions, any questions that people have in mind to ask of an artist. Usually you go and listen to them. Sometimes there are questions. तो कुछ सवाल आए. Many of them are very very deep and very kind of interesting. I'm not a very deep person, तो ज़रा मुश्किल होता है. But I'm going to quickly run through these. The answers are going to be very simple. So most of them are going to be I don't know. तो उसमें which is actually very true. मेरे को क्योंकि मुझे सितार बजाना थोड़ा बहुत आता है, doesn't automatically mean कि मुझे रागों के बारे में भी या हमारे म्यूजिक और हिस्ट्री के बारे में भी मालूम हो. It's not true. We like race horses. When horses are bred, they're bred to run. तो उनको जाके आप घास सुंगाई तो भागते हैं, मगर they are not show horses and they can't play polo and they can't do. So अलग-अलग चीजें होती हैं. So we were trained to do different things. One of the first questions why are ragas divided into different ones for different times of the day? Again, like I have often said, music is something, it's like an illusion. एक चीज़ है दूर जो आपको नज़र आ रही है. It's very difficult to define what it does for you, how you feel. जैसे मैं कहता हूँ love. How much do you love a person? Now much मतलब क्या, कैसे समझाएंगे? Or what is love? It's a feeling, and it's sometimes huge, sometimes not that huge. But it's difficult to explain. Music is really difficult to explain. So my suggestion again for people who have asked me this question is there are rags that are supposed to be played in the daytime, in early mornings, which have a combination of notes which, according to the Vedas, give the body a particular kind of energy. And then there are late night rags, there are afternoon rags, use different notes. Uska asar kya hota hai, what makes you feel is something you have to feel for yourself. Again, meaning that you have to make time and go to some concerts, hopefully of a good artist or a great artist. And if you listen to them in the morning, in the evening, you will understand that how these combinations of notes actually give you the feeling of dawn, something awakening, something happening, something beginning, or late at night where everything is soothing, calming, getting quieter. So they are very clear, these notes that come out and give you this feeling. So again, something that you need to feel for yourself if you go and listen to music. We have the second question. Which ragas are considered the most difficult to master? Again, very simple. Depends on how deep you want to go with anything. Take all the great people who I heard talking, and all of you. Mediocrity is something which is very easy to come to terms with. As a human being, whatever you start doing, आप देखते हैं कि आप एक mediocre level पे पहुँच जाए, उसके बाद to somehow say, well, this is fine. I'm going to get this at the end of the month, and this is going to be fine, and this is okay with me. Yeah, you convince yourself that you really don't want to be any better. नहीं, मुझे कोई शौक नहीं है, बड़ा बन के क्या फायदा है? What's the point? I don't want to. This is okay. So that is something that happens often. But any instrument or anything that you take up, it depends on how deep you want to go with it. आप उसको कितना ज़्यादा करना चाहते हैं. So how difficult is a rag? Again, depends on how deep you want to go into it. You pick up any rag and you want to practice it and learn it and present it. The more you spend time with it, the more deeper you go. So the answer again is something you will understand if you try and do it. All right, we're going quickly, huh? Pretty good. Third question. Who created the rags? God knows. We have passed the third one. That was pretty... No, really. बहुत लोग हैं, बड़े विद्वान हैं, who give me great lectures on who created rags, but God knows who, really who, doesn't matter. शास्त्र में, ये हमारा बहुत आसान है बोलना. Every question that a person doesn't understand, a child asks you something, that ये हमारे शास्त्रों में लिखा था. हमारे दादी कहती थी. So anything that is written in Shastra or holy books or something, or whatever it is, whether it's written or not, वो कह दिया, शास्त्र में लिखा है ऐसे ही होगा. So we really don't know. No one really knows. No one wants to think they know, but it's okay. I don't argue with people. लड़ाई झगड़ा करने के लिए दो इंसान चाहिए ना. मेरे साथ इसलिए कोई लड़ता नहीं, मैं लड़ता नहीं हूँ. So I get that. I understand. Again, we don't know where rags really originated from. If you get really a good vidwan here, they might answer these questions better. Which ragas have the most interesting history of creation? Again, it's difficult to say because we don't know when they were created. तो चलो वो भी question खत्म हो जाता है. But historically, for example, there is a rag Miyaki Tori. Tori is a family of early morning rags, and Mia Tansen created this one. He liked the way he could put these notes together, so it's called Miyaki Tori. So there is a bit of history behind this, but otherwise, lots of rags don't have a very deep history. We go to the next question. Are rags being created even today, and who are creating them. Again, the combination of notes that you can, between 5 and 7 and 12 notes, have all been already done and written, and they've been documented. So what happens, new rags are created by and large taking one and another and putting it together. Say you take a little bit part of Yaman and a little bit part of Jinjoti, for example, and you put it together. Whether it sounds nice or not doesn't matter. That's a matter of opinion. Who is creating rags and why? I don't know. Again, I don't see the reason. There are so many beautiful rags, and then you still decide to put two rags together. Sometimes it is just to please your wife you've had a fight with, your current girlfriend, maybe the current Prime Minister of India, or someone. कि जी अगर जवाहरलाल नेहरू साहब के पास किसी का प्रोग्राम होता उन्होंने बोला जी मैं निसा गा मा पा नि सा नि प ग म रे नेहरू कल्याण कुछ भी बोल दिया, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? We went to an extent. The other day I was hearing someone perform. गांधी जी के किसी बर्थ एनिवर्सरी में या कुछ हो रहा था, तो उन्होंने एक राग क्रिएट किया. I've created a rag called Bapu Kons. So again, in my opinion, these are being done by people who are far more senior than me, and I think they've got an idea and a plan and a thought which I don't understand. I'm still coming to terms with people calling me an Ustad, because I hear a lot of music of Ustad Vilayat Khan, Ustad Amir Khan Sahab, Pandit Bhimsen Joshi, Roshnara Begum, and each time I listen to them I understand that it's a shameful thing when these names are added to our names. But I understand, it's okay for our times, but again, I don't think naming rags make you any greater or better musician than others. So I'm sorry, this again another question that we can skim over pretty quickly. I think another 3 minutes we should be done. How is Indian classical music different from Western classical music? Perfect, very, very simple question again. Western classical music is all written. Indian classical music is not written at all. Doesn't mean one is not greater than the other. When I perform, every time I perform, it is new thing. I play the same rag, but when I'm performing, अगर हम लोग इतने लोग बैठे हैं, that is a creation that is what connected you to me. We created that right then. You saw it unfold, you saw it getting created, and it becomes a part of our history. Not the history of this world, but our history. And that is why there is that intimacy that is created between the musician and the listener. That is the interesting part of our music. Although, like I said, it's opaque, it's an illusion, but again, I'm playing with colors, musical colors, and all of you come together because you start feeling how I'm feeling. You sit close to each other. It's not big stadiums like these, and the energy flows between the enjoyment between each of you, and we all become one. Whereas Western classical music, many instrumentalists and many coming together, there is a greatness there. आप imagine करिए कि एक great composer है, Bach, Beethoven, Tchaikovsky, कोई भी हैं. He's sitting at night and composing something, and he writes down something which says there'll be 40 instruments, उसमें से there'll be 6 violins. उन्होंने लिखा है, which has been there. So he's imagined that no one was available. कोई composer इतना बड़ा नहीं था that was available कि 40 लोग इकट्ठे हो जाओ, अब मैं बोलूँगा ये करते जाओ. ऐसा होता नहीं है. So he imagined this. Then he gets up in the morning and he imagines and says, यार ये 40 instrument में 6 violin हैं, but I think it would sound better with 5 violins. So he cuts off. उनके जो ओरिजिनल मैन्युस्क्रिप्ट है उसमें कट करके बोला नहीं 6 नहीं 5 violins चाहिए. So just for fun, people got together and performed the same piece with 40 instruments and 6 violins. And then again, the same thing with 40 instruments and 5 violins, and you can feel the difference. This is the greatness of a composer who is sitting in his room and imagining so many instruments all coming together. So, again, this is the basic difference, and we can go on for a long time with this. Yeah. How does a gharana system work? Again, gharana is a word which artists use often to hide behind their inadequacies. Yeah. मैं बहुत बड़े घराने का हूँ. मेरे बाप का नाम विलायत खान है. And very often they put their father's name in the middle of their name. Shujaat Khan becomes Shujaat Vilayat Khan. ये कैसा नाम है? I've never heard this. So I get that. Gharana system is a beautiful. So Gharana means ghar. So if you're born into a family of musicians, the good thing is that I listen to music that since the day I was born, or even before. You grow up, you listen to music, you listen to the sounds, and it becomes a natural thing. It's not something that you have to go out to learn. वो घर पे ही है. That's why the Gharana system worked for our music. And again, there are so many different ways, and we can go deeper into explanation of why it is helpful. It is helpful because you listen to music 24 hours of the day. Ustad Amir Khan Sahab, one of the great musicians, Ustad Abdul Karim Khan Sahab, at that time there were no electronics, so they used to have these 2 tanpuras. आप लोग तानपुरा जानते हैं ना, with the vocalists, the tanpuras. They used to have many students staying together in their gurukul. One corner of the gurukul, 2 students used to be sitting with the tanpura, playing the tanpura, and every 3 hours the shift would change. But 2 other students used to go and take their place and start playing before for 5 minutes, and then the 2 would stop and the 2 would continue playing. The reason is that 24 hours of the day you had the sound of music in your ears. Is tarah music seeps into your body. It's not a part of your mind or your thoughts anymore. ये आपका जिस्म का एक हिस्सा बन जाती है. And so again, what my hope was that I would. There are a lot of people who ask me, who I don't know how they found out that I was going to be here today, send me emails or ask me questions. We can. We are already late, I said, but there is a thought process. Is there anyone here who has any question that I can quickly answer on music or myself or anything at all? If not, like I said, that would be absolutely perfect too. मैं आपको दो लाइनें दिमाग में आ रही हैं, उसको बोल के ख़त्म करता हूँ. मुझे अपनी आँखों में महफूज रखना, मुझे अपनी आँखों में महफूज रखना, बड़ी दूर तक रात ही रात होगी, मुझे अपनी आँखों में महफूज रखना, बड़ी दूर तक रात ही रात होगी, मुसाफिर हूँ मैं, मुसाफिर हो तुम भी, मुसाफिर हूँ मैं, मुसाफिर हो तुम भी, किसी मोड़ पर फिर मुलाकात होगी. बहुत शुक्रिया जी. Thank you very much. Thank you.